Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back and say hello to the newest members of the Phone Rebel family. This is Alpha and this is Omega. Anyways, so we have a lot to talk about and I have a lot to show you regarding iOS 13. Within a matter of weeks, Apple will be updating their iOS software, and this is probably the most exciting thing coming to your iPhone in the near future. So I'm going to tie this in with the jailbreak stuff, starting with a leak from Max Weinbach. He's saying that iOS 13 will truly be jailbreak proof. Apple has been armoring iOS 13 and apparently they are really trying to kill the jailbreak scene. In fact, the developers themselves said that this is probably going to be one of the last jailbreaks for a foreseeable amount of time on A12 devices. So it's a little sad to see that go, but knowing that Apple's adding passport support with the whole EU thing, it's definitely an unavoidable future. And hopefully that's not true. There will always be security holes, but jailbreaks will just get harder and harder every single year, as they always have been. Anyways, we have so much to talk about regarding iOS 13. I have so much to show you here. I'm going to be tying this in with the jailbreak stuff, but Mark Gurman released his iOS 13 reports a little while ago and never got to it. Now I'm going to do it justice with some jailbreak tweaks. The best way I can show you some of the features in iOS 13 that are going to be happening here in just a few weeks. These are confirmed features coming from Mark Gurman, and there are about 25 of them. Mark Gurman is saying that Apple will be updating the animations in iOS, and this is just one small example. Like, look at this, unlocking your phone in a snap, jumping into apps, going back, app switcher, everything is so much faster once you speed up those animations, and it seems like Apple will be doing that finally on their own. We did hear earlier in that report that iOS will be getting 40% faster on some devices, and apparently there will be new animations. I certainly believe that. Apple has been focusing on that heavily with iOS 12, and it'll only be getting more and more refined when opening up applications and the app switcher, says Mark Gurman. And Mark Gurman is saying that the Today Widgets view will be getting a slight redo in iOS 13, more aesthetically pleasing. Whoa. There's some bugs here. Jailbreaks aren't perfect, but this is getting a little long in the tooth, so Apple's going to be updating that. And Mark Gurman does confirm that Apple is working on a dark mode in iOS 13. So a system-wide dark mode that we've been enjoying on a jailbreak for years, Apple is finally adding, and it took them a while to do it, but they wanted to do it right. I'm sure it'll be a fantastic version of the dark mode. Likely will not be a true black. It'll be almost there, just a few shades lighter than true black. I'm really excited to see what Apple does with that one. And on the iPad in particular, it does look so good here. I love it. It's not an organic LED display, but it still looks at home here, especially in the Messages app. Just everything looks fantastic. And Mark Gurman does confirm that there will be a Swift key-like feature, so you'll be able to swipe, and this is in the stock iOS application. You won't have to use Gboard and the like. And there will be an improved focus on health, so the health application is getting a revamp, but Mark Gurman is reporting that Apple will be adding a new feature called Hearing Health, where your iPhone will track the overall volume you keep your AirPods or headphones at, and even measure the external sources that are beaming towards your ears and tell you if it's in a dangerous level for an extended period of time. Just very cool and very innovative thinking. Gurman reports that you'll be able to use your iPad as an external display to your Mac computer, so very much like Luna Display. We heard about this feature earlier. He is also confirming that will be happening. In the cross-platform apps, I'm sure there will be a very big connection there with the iPad and your Mac computer and even the iPhone. That's one of the biggest ones to be excited about on its own. The Reminders app, which basically hasn't really been touched in years, is getting a revamp as well with a much cleaner interface, 4 sections, easier to check things off and add them to the list, just an overall revamp which it deserves. And screen time is getting some additional restrictions. Parents will now be able to control who their kids can contact at which hours of the day. So in the evenings, if you don't want them to message a certain friend, you can add that restriction now. And the Books application is getting some updates as well, which it very much needs. So Apple is adding a reward system and a tracker system. So an easier way to see where you're at in the book and a reward if you reach a certain point, probably reading every single day. I think very much like the reward system on the Apple Watch. You'll get badges and the like. And Apple is upgrading several things in the Message application. They're taking cues from WhatsApp, so you'll actually have a profile that anyone can click on and see your information. You can choose who sees it and who doesn't, and they're adding some new features with Animojis. So Animoji stickers that you'll likely be able to send on top of Messages or on their own. And the Maps application is getting some very nice upgrades. Frequented locations are getting a complete revamp. Currently it's favorites, and those suck. Like, it's just not a very good system. So Apple will be adding frequented locations. You'll be able to add a photo of a certain location, easier access, so just all around more friendly. And Gurman says that Apple is taking cues here from Waze and Google Maps, and that's certainly a good inspiration to take from. And indeed, Find My iPhone will be getting a huge huge revamp. In fact, it's being combined with the Find My Friends application, so it'll be a single application like 9 to 5 Mac leaked earlier. Mark Gurman says alongside it, Apple will likely sell a tile competitor, so a tag you'll throw into your backpack, into your wallet, and essentially never lose a single thing or person ever again. And the email system is getting a new folder layout, and as we heard earlier, you'll be able to actually mute individual threads from certain people. Basic features it should have had a long time ago. And a system-wide sleep mode. So Mark Gurman is saying there will be a sleep mode that tracks your bedtime usage. It'll tie in with the bedtime feature previously in iOS 12, and likely with the sleep tracking on the new Apple Watch Series 5. So this will be a sealed deal, package deal here. Essentially track your sleep better and help you rhythmize that, which for most people is very hard, myself included. And the Home application will finally integrate with your home security system, so that'll all tie in. The Nest application right now is cool, but I hate having to use it separately from the Home app. This is Apple's further push into making one application for all. And HomePods themselves will finally be using that A8 processor inside of them to give you multi-user support. So different people and different voices will be able to activate different things on the HomePod. So a response will be tailored to a certain voice. And the share sheet is getting a revamp. It's already good, but why not get better? So it'll actually suggest people that you message quite often, so kind of a shortcut system, save you a few moments of time there. So Safari is getting an actual downloads manager. Instead of just getting this page right here, you'll be taken to a page within the Files application, which is also getting a revamp, where you'll be able to manage your Safari downloads. So finally, Apple is giving us a little bit more power and control there. And Apple is hoping to better support hearing aids in iOS 13, so they'll redo the interface for that. And in general, accessibility will now be on page 1 in settings, so you won't have to dig through it. They want to make accessibility more accessible in iOS. And lastly is the iPad, which is getting quite some big upgrades in iOS 13. So Mark Gurman does confirm that the multi-tab support in applications will be happening. You'll be able to operate the same application in 2 sections or more of the same application. So that's quite nice. And the multitasking interface will be getting a revamp as well. Just all around, a lot of updates for the iPad alone. This is going to be a very big centric focus of iOS 13. And I just wanted to take a moment to talk about the jailbreak and our upcoming case. So first off, this thing right here, I just want to say we've been working on it for months. We've been refining it, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's going to completely change the way you use your phone one-handed. I think comfort-wise, it's a game changer. Durability without sacrificing any comfort. Also, the strongest magnet system ever on any case, period. Like 30 pounds, 20 to 30 pounds of lifting power. We have this thing for all devices all the way down to the 6 and 6S, all plus, max sizes, everything covered. I'll have all that in a video coming soon, but like, I literally can't wait to share this with you guys. Hopefully we'll be taking pre-orders next month and shipping them in July. But anyways, talking about this jailbreak, so this is the Chimera jailbreak, only up to iOS 12.1.2. And in a way, it gives you a preview of Apple's iOS 13 because you can enable so many features that are happening in Apple's upcoming firmware on this one. So on the iPad especially, I love the dark mode. I haven't really done much customizing here, but once you get into it, like you can customize the amount of icons on the display, which is what I've done here with Springtomize 4. And by the way, if you guys want all the tweak names, I'll link them down below in the description. Just know if you do decide to jailbreak, and if you want to know how, I'll link that below too. It's not fully stable, like not all the tweaks. The jailbreak itself is solid, and it's changed a lot. So Cydia no longer exists, it's now Sileo. Just a little update on the jailbreak status, what's going on there. Like a lot has changed, but in a good way. There are new themes, new tweaks. Man, you can customize all these toggles in here, the colors, like there's so much. So just to show you the tweak list here, here's what I got going. The volume HUD, so they beat Apple to the punch. I'm sure Apple's will look a lot like this one, honestly. This one looks really OEM. So yeah, guys, there it is. Just a quick jailbreak update. And about this case, we poured our heart out into the design of this case, and I hope you guys will love it just as much as we loved making it. But anyways, guys, there it is. Just a quick update on the jailbreak itself. I'll have an actual dedicated tweaks video out here soon. And honestly, let me know what you guys think about this case. Like, we've been refining it for so long, about to send it to production. This is a prototype. Like, it will not have this towards the end. This will be a black rubber material. This will be an actual carbon fiber composite material. And the magnet system itself is going to be so strong, you'll be able to go over the worst pothole in history and your phone will go nowhere. and will not hinder wireless charging in any way. So there it is, guys, iOS 13. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And by the way, this is our new case. We actually have a patent pending on this new design, and it's never been done before, I'll tell you that. It's a complete game changer for comfort. We have finger grooves down here. Like, it is the most comfortable case you can possibly use on a Mac, and the world's strongest magnet system in an actual case. Like, there's bar none no stronger system than this. So we've been spending months refining this, and I can't wait to share the final product with you, but there it is, just a quick tease for all you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the future, lots of big things coming. Peace.